next leader of NATO. That's the latest feature story news. Simon Gaitan reporting.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
New Health. This summer, you're invited to embark on your wellness journey with New Health. Their dedicated staff is here to listen to your concerns and collaborate with you to create a personalized healthcare plan that integrates with your lifestyle. Appointments can be scheduled at 509-935-6004. Prioritizing both your health and the well-being of your loved ones, New Health is committed to bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to
Northern Light Public Radio
on 102.7
KCHW. Chewelah.
All right now.
Let's get it going.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good boy. Yeah.
Good morning. It's the KCHW Morning Show. It is our Wednesday local roundup. It's myself, Chuck Ritchie, Paula Randall, and Sharon Ludwig here this morning. Joining us. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
My brain is just not working this morning. I didn't want to get up. I stayed up too late. It was our anniversary yesterday.
Yes, happy anniversary.
We are in here bright and early.
Yes.
And glad to have you guys here. Good morning.
I
So
was at Amtrak at 1 o'clock in the morning last night.
Amtrak.
Yes, my friend came in from Seattle, and of course the Amtrak gets into Spokane at, right? Oh, dark 30.
Yes. It is so ridiculous and goes out in the middle of,
Yes, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was down there visiting with her, so I have had 2 hours of sleep. So if I mumble or say something incoherent, that's why.
I didn't know there was a train that you could take from here to Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
in
Empire
Spokane.
Builder.
Is it cheaper than flying?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I have a story about that. They cannot guarantee that they will be on time coming from the east. We had an adventure planned, a bunch of years ago, and we wanted to take the Amtrak to Portland, and then we were taking the train from there down to Sacramento and then over to Salt Lake. It was a grand plan. They could not guarantee that we could make our connection in Portland because of what time it comes. So we had to rent a van and get to Portland.
Wow.
And then because it was a family adventure, there was a whole lot of us, and we had T-shirts and we had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyway, we ended up in sleeper cars and on the train, and
Wow.
Yeah, my grandkids had never been on.
Are fun.
Yeah, had never been on a train and everything. Yeah. Okay,
That's
how come
fun.
I can't get us on Facebook?
Somebody let us know.
User error.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yale, come save us. $3.95. Come
Yeah.
save us.
Yeah.
I've got us going. We are up and
Okay.
live and kicking on
Okay.
Facebook and YouTube and Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, well,
We're everywhere.
I can do the
You
search.
can't get away
I
from
can
us.
get it, but I don't have.
Weird.
That's weird.
Yep.
That is really weird.
Well, you figure that out. We're going to go ahead and get into the weather here.
Okay.
Yeah, thunderstorms.
Today do you think we're going to have some thunder today?
I think so. I hope so.
I know there are some in the forecast for tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. So today, though, we're looking at cloudy skies early and then partly cloudy this afternoon. There's going to be a slight chance of rain later on today, so maybe some thunderstorms later on with a high of 82 degrees, 54 degrees overnight with mostly cloudy skies. But then tomorrow, we're looking at a high of 68 degrees, thunderstorms in the morning, and then scattered thunderstorms throughout the rest of the day and the afternoon. A high of 68, I think I already said that. Then 48 degrees and cloudy overnight with maybe still more thunderstorms. Hopefully we'll get enough rain to get everything nice and wet so we don't get any fires from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then on Friday, 77 degrees for our high, partly cloudy skies, 53 overnight, 82 and 58 on Saturday, cloudy skies, more thunderstorms on Sunday with a high of 76 and 51 degrees for our low. Then Monday and Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 70s and about 50 degrees overnight.
Did
There
you
you
know
go.
what I recently learned? When it says 65% rain, it means 65% of the area will get rain, not that there's a 65% chance of rain. Is that hurting your brain?
Is
it too early for
is
this?
that an observation, or is that what that actually
that's what
means?
that means. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I see.
I thought that just meant the 65% chance it'll rain.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I know. When I lived in Tennessee, it was if they said it was a 50% chance of rain, that meant 50% of the day it was gonna be raining.
Right.
And it rarely got below 2 to 5% chance of rain, and it rained almost every day in Knoxville, in Tennessee.
Wow.
And you would get, even if it was just a few minutes of rain, you would get rain almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just rain, summer, spring, winter, fall, it didn't matter. Never had to water the lawn at all because you'd always get at least enough water to. Yeah. Except
it was like that up in northern Washington. When I first moved to Washington, I moved up to Cedar Woolley. Now, I have delighted since living in Washington in making my dad say strange and unusual names, these wonderful Washington city names. So he could not pronounce Cedar Woolley. He's like, Cedro Woolley? Are you sure that's a name, honey? Anyway, I digress. But it would rain every day in the morning, and then it would taper off, so you had a beautiful sunny afternoon, and that would cool in the evening, and then the next morning there'd be a little bit of rain. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was kind of nice. So one time it didn't rain for 2 weeks. So we were in Pigeon Forge, and that was an absolute disaster. Going 2 weeks without rain, it was unheard of in that area.
Oh yeah.
And it was just, of course it was 100 degrees. Yeah, just listen to us over again.
Sorry. I thought I had my sound up, but I found it. You have to go to recent posts. But here.
So we have a few headlines. These are KCHW headlines. Washington Supreme Court will decide if 4 Seattle officers at the January 6th rally can stay anonymous. The question is whether police officers who attended events in the nation's capital on the day of the insurrection are protected under the state's public records law.
Nope, they're public servants.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And these were attendees, not people working security there, I believe. Yeah. And then Washington transportation projects have scored nearly $90 million in federal grants. 8 projects are going to receive a combined $89.7 million in federal funding. This is the most any state will get this year through the U.S. RAISE program. Senator Patty Murray played a leading role in creating the program in 2009.
What is that going to go for? What is the money going to...
I don't know. It doesn't say in the headline. There's 8 projects, though.
Wow. Are any of them here?
I doubt it. It'd be nice if they were, though.
That would be really cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Huh. I do know we're going to be getting some folks on, hopefully soon in the next week or two, from the city. There's a program.
Is that the one for the help with your heating?
Yeah. The split unit. The city just got almost $1 million. I shouldn't give away too many things, so he can get. But people should know about that.
Yeah, between them and one of the suppliers.
Yeah, and get on the list.
Yeah.
I think that came from some federal money, I believe.
I don't know, but I think that we got almost $1 million, and they'll tell you, but Seattle got only like $2 million. So
really?
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know that number exactly, but it was like not proportionate. So it was great that we got that kind to help out our citizens.
That is great, and I know the senior. Just right over there, the senior. It's not the senior center, but there's the senior living apartments.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of that place? I can never remember.
Not.
So you don't know either.
Yeah, I used to know. And if you would have asked me an hour ago, I probably knew.
Right.
But that's, again, I don't want to give away too many.
Later, we'll know again.
Yeah, those apartments, they're all getting new air conditioners.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's good. And it's I believe what it is to relieve some of the pressure off our power grid.
Yes.
Because our power grid is really lagging behind and overtaxed, and having all those, getting rid of the people with the window units and all that stuff that are really, really inefficient should make a huge difference in our power grid.
Nice.
And I know those split units are super, super efficient. They it's amazing what they can do.
Very cool.
Yeah. So then state fisheries officials are making plans to poison West Medical Lake this fall. What?
Are you reading that right?
I am. State
Double
fisheries.
check. P-O-I-S.
Yes. State fisheries officials are making plans to poison West Medical Lake this fall to get rid of illegally stocked fish. Fish and Wildlife say that goldfish, pumpkin seed sunfish, and other species are causing problems for the lake's trout population and need to be removed.
And then they'll
they'll reintroduce a trout. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still scary though, because
have you seen how big giant goldfish get when people release them into the lake?
Oh yeah.
They get massive. They get big, like big.
Is that like a koi, right? No, a koi is more of a carp.
Yeah.
Breed, right? Yeah.
But just goldfish, I mean, they'll grow to a substantial size, larger than you think.
Right.
And they do. They are predators, and they will take over the ecosystem.
Yeah.
They grow to fit their environment.
They do.
Whole lake, right?
But this pumpkin seed sunfish, that sounds cute.
Hey, Sharon, can you pull up a pumpkin seed sunfish on your phone?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
See what that looks
I'm
like.
trying to find one here too, but I can't. Here.
Pumpkin seed sunfish.
All right. Well, you do that. The last story here: with new heat records being set every summer, Washington is one of only 5 states in the country to have outdoor worker protection rules in place. When temperatures reach 80 degrees Fahrenheit, farm workers are entitled to, by law, to ask for shade, water, and paid breaks. It's a contrast to rollbacks of similar rules in Texas and Florida. There, state laws now prohibit local ordinances that once entitled outdoor workers to mandatory water and rest breaks on excessively hot days.
One of 3 states. Wow. 5 states. Yeah.
There are states that actually had laws to protect people working outdoors and rolled them back.
That is insane.
That is crazy. Texas and Florida, they actually rolled them back. The 2 hottest states in the U.S.
Well, I don't know if they're the 2 hottest, but
two of the hottest.
Yeah, with the humidity and the conditions, and that's crazy.
How do people that work outside during the summer, outdoors in the sun, how do you not protect them by making it mandatory that they get?
Well, apparently you exploit them. You exploit them until they collapse in the fields.
That is horrific.
That's awful. That is awful.
Well, I'm glad we have it, but man, some of those southern states, that should be really, really mandatory. That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine.
Okay.
Did you get us?
Yeah, pumpkin seed sunfish are about 4 inches, though they've been known to grow as long as 11 inches. They have the same narrow body shape as a bluegill, allowing them to put up an aggressive fight. They swim at right angles, cutting through the water like a kite cuts through the wind. They are an invasive species in Western Europe. Well, we're not there, but I would imagine if they're invasive there, they're invasive here. It says where they out-compete native fish. So
I wonder where they are native to. Like, where do they...
I don't know.
How did they get in our lakes?
Someone probably let them in. Maybe somebody with them in a tank.
Oxygen. They have to they breathe gills underwater. So it's like, how do you introduce them? Right. It's not like somebody just walked up and was like, here, I'm going to drop pumpkin seed, whatever, in the lake. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it says here that they recommend stocking them in a new pond. Says when stocking a new pond, we recommend about 100 pumpkin seed and 200 bluegill per surface acre. However, when stocking a pond already established with bass and bluegill, you may need more than 100 pumpkin seed per surface acre.
So I wonder if they help keep the algae down or something.
I don't know.
They look a lot like bluegill, like a slightly more colorful bluegill.
Right. I mean, they're kind of cute little
says
fish.
They're also referred to as pond perch, common sunfish, punky, sunfish, sunny, and kiver, Kivver. Well, they're kind of ugly.
Chuck and I over here going, oh, they're so cute. Sharon tells you how it is. All charm gone.
I think they're kind of adorable. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Chuck and I are already making names. We're like, oh, he needs a little hat. And Sharon's like, nope, they're ugly.
Yeah.
Hey, you got us.
Best caught with small red and white, yellow, or black and white popping bugs, black or brown rubber spiders, or small black or brown nymph flies. Best way to catch them.
Interesting.
Maybe they don't need to poison the lake. Just open it up to more fly fishing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Probably not.
We have a listener named Ronna Lee Gagner. She says, good morning, Colbert. Love listening to you in the AM.
Oh, good morning.
Good
from
morning.
Colbert. Nice. Is it? I always want to pronounce that Colbert.
No, not like that guy.
I know.
My goodness.
I know it's not, but that's what I want to say. So thank you for listening. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the bits and breaks over here. If you are up and ready, and
I am.
I closed mine apparently.
Bits and breaks. Here we are.
Yes. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off with a joke or something there, Sharon?
Okay. A woman named Larissa shared this on Facebook, all about how her husband dusts. She says, after I married my husband and we moved in together, I noticed he likes to dust, especially our bedroom. He keeps our nightstands and a dresser really clean, which I love. When I compliment and thank him for doing it, he shrugs it off and usually says, no big deal. Recently, I discovered his method for dusting, and I don't know if I should be okay with it or grossed out. I saw him come out of our bathroom after a shower in a fresh pair of boxer briefs. He used his worn pair of boxer briefs to dust our furniture. I'm grateful for a hubby who helps with cleaning, but dusting with dirty under things is not right. Or am I wrong? I don't think that's right.
That is wrong on so many levels.
Absolutely.
I can understand the practicality of it, right? Because, hopefully, I'm trying to make this right. Okay, so hopefully he's using, no, it's really kind of gross.
Our minds just went there, and that's not so good.
Yeah, there is no
oh, goodness.
There is no way that's not gross.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, okay, if he's like, some people are very, very clean. They're, they have very good personal hygiene habits, and so there's never any. I don't want to be graphic on the radio, but they're clean. There's never anything that is showing on their undergarments, right? But they're still touching parts of the body that are.
You're basically just rubbing that all over your furniture.
I think we need to go to the next one.
No!
What about a T-shirt though? You could use it.
You could use a T-shirt,
maybe a dirty T-shirt.
Yeah,
that's
that would
not
work.
so bad.
Okay, so lady, make sure to recommend to your husband that when he takes off his T-shirt or undershirt for the day, he can use that to dust, and not the drawers. All right.
But then you're gonna ruin the T-shirt. I mean, especially if it's a white T-shirt.
Dust.
Yeah, but it still makes.
So why not
It's
just
grungy.
use a dusting cloth?
Because it's
Yeah.
not in the bathroom, obviously. Duh.
Well, then we need to hang it there and have 2 of them or 3.
I buy these great big. They're like industrial boxes of like old recycled T-shirts and stuff that are like torn up for rags. They're great and they're super cheap.
Yeah. Well,
And they come like vacuum packed, so when you open them up, there's more.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
and they also have those, I don't know what they're called, but anyway, I have a yellow one at home, and you dust, and the dirtier it gets, the more dust it picks up.
Oh, a chamois.
Yeah, something
No,
like
not
that.
the chamois. It's like the
Yeah.
you were cracking me up. Okay, everybody, those yellow things. You know, the yellow things. We have them at home. The microfiber cloth.
Is it
Yes, that's it.
or is it the ShamWow?
No.
The chamois.
The ShamWow.
Right.
Yeah. Remember that guy? The ShamWow guy?
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know.
Okay, somebody
Yeah.
else gets to go on to weddings.
All
I'm
right.
gonna do the
Go
wedding.
ahead. Go ahead.
Ready?
Yep.
I have to pre-read here. Bad toasts. It's wedding season, and people are sharing the worst things said during a toast. The father of the bride was toasting his daughter, who had 2 other daughters. He said, "You know, she may not be the smartest or the prettiest in the family, but let me tell you, she has a good heart."
Oh, how
Oh my gosh. The
Wow.
father of the bride listed off everything he didn't like about the groom in his speech. Somebody needed to take his mic away. He said, "You're not a doctor, you don't have all your hair, and you're not the smartest man she's dated, but welcome to the family, I guess." The groom's family took the opposite approach and gushed about how much they loved their new daughter-in-law. Guess
Good
where they're
for
going to be
them.
spending more time.
Yes.
The best man was drunk and quoted Hitler, and he also dropped the mic 3 times. This is awful.
Wow.
The best man was even drinking before the ceremony in an attempt to get over the fact that the bride, who he had always had a crush on, would never be his. By the time he toasted the new couple, he had to do it sitting down. About a minute into his rambling toast, he put his head down on the table and appeared to fall asleep. You had the good one. This is terrible.
I couldn't even. Those are horrible.
They
Horrible.
are. They are.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I had to earn my way into my in-law family. It was
Yeah?
there was my sister-in-law, her husband was less than liked, or he was actually really loved by the family, but he was also not a great guy.
Okay.
And when I came into the family, he was also a large guy, and I was at the time, significantly overweight. And his nickname was I'm not gonna say his nickname on the air.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
But they just said, "Oh, great, another one." Basically comparing me to him. And
That's terrible.
yeah, because we were both balding and large, and they just assumed that I was gonna be. He was kind of abusive and kind of a jerk. Took a while for him to get to know me, and then realize like, oh, okay, you're not.
He's cool. He's
yeah.
not an abusive jerk.
I don't know if they ever thought I was cool, but at least
I'm gonna put the cool in there.
at least a little nicer. All right, so I have 4 things you didn't know yesterday. Oh, I didn't know this. A sloth can hold their
Wow.
breath longer than a dolphin.
Is that just because they breathe so slow?
Yes, maybe.
Wow, and this is a crazy one. Dinosaurs lived longer than they've been extinct.
Isn't that
wow,
crazy?
that's
Isn't that wild?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some things about the lifespan of the different breeds of dinosaurs. Pardon me. And that was a yawn live on the air. I'm boring myself.
No.
Yeah. No, it's incredible the time
Someone
span.
bring coffee.
I have coffee. The time span that humans have been on the earth is such just a
Yeah, it's a dot.
speck
Yeah.
compared to dinosaurs ruled the earth for millions and millions of years.
Yeah.
It's incredible how long they were around. They really persevered, and what it took to make them go extinct is freakish. I mean,
Well, and you tie that in, right? Dinosaurs, and of course, I know the extinction history and all this other stuff, but the fact that dragons have been seen all over the world.
yes.
And so
every culture has
right?
dragons.
Every culture has dragons. And so I had a friend in Tucson, and his philosophy was those probably weren't dragons. Those were probably, remaining dinosaurs. It just hadn't died off yet.
Oh, or maybe they were finding fossil records of dinosaurs and not understanding what they were.
Right, so they became dragons.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I still think it would be really funny that medieval people were running around trying to, like, kill dragons, and they were actually dinosaurs.
Killing the last of the dinosaurs.
Yeah. You
It's
know,
kinda
assuming
sad.
that they were, running around hunting dragons. I'm making dragons very real. Sharon's like, what is your education level? I think dragons are real.
There was, gosh, it's probably been almost 20 years ago now, but I think it was Discovery Channel or one of those did a this documentary on the history of dragons, as if dragons were real, and they explained like how dragons would breathe fire, and they made it really seem plausible.
Wow.
It was a really cool, like a mockumentary, but really made it seem like it was real.
Well, I mean,
That was
we have
pretty cool.
lightning bugs. How much more strange can a dragon be if we have, lightning bugs with little radioactive isotopes in their butts? I mean,
Right.
It's amazing the stuff that is alive.
Well, and we still have little tiny dragons.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. And how far-fetched is the idea of a unicorn? Like, not at all. There's lots of four-legged bipedal, what is the family or whatever of horses, that,
Chuck, no coffee. I don't know the family of the horses.
King Philip came over for greasy spaghetti.
Oh my gosh.
Kingdom, phylum,
I
class.
know, yeah, I get it.
order,
I'm just like, it's,
genus, species.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Too early and no
Okay,
coffee.
next.
Next, okay. The company AutoZone's original name was Auto Shack. The name was changed due to Radio Shack's threat of a lawsuit. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Not so interesting, really. I don't know. When we used to live in one room together, it was called a hall, like a community hall or town hall. When an area was sectioned off and named, example, the bathroom, the remaining space was still called a hall. Now that all the rooms are named, the bedroom, the kitchen, the living room, etc., the leftover part of your house is still called a hall.
I did not know that yesterday.
I didn't know that yesterday either.
I didn't even know it this morning an hour ago.
Well, now you know. Now you know. Okay. Go ahead, Sharon. It's your turn.
Okay. Are we going on to this most influential taglines? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Let's do these. Let's do these round robin.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
Okay. So I'm to give you a tagline and then have you guess the company. Oh well.
Oh.
So we can't do them round robin because
We
we have all the answers.
Well, we're gonna quiz our listeners. If you know the answer, comment on Facebook.
Okay. Got Milk from 1993.
Who did it?
Who did it?
Obviously, that was milk, or that was the whatever the
You
milk
just
board.
gave him the
I
answer.
know.
You're supposed to. Oh, Chuck.
Are we supposed to?
Are you sure you're drinking your coffee?
There's a minute delay between us and the listeners out there. Do you want to?
They can't.
Do you want to just wait?
that. Yeah.
Okay, here's one that everybody knows, right? Here's
Okay.
one that everybody knows. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Right? That little old lady from
Oh yeah.
1984.
Yeah.
Where's the beef?
I
She
mean,
had such a
I'm not
gravelly-
I'm trying not to look at the screen. That was Wendy's, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another noodle that is in my head, and I don't know why because I don't even go there. Ready?
You have noodles in your head. That's why they call them brains.
Ready? Big Mac fillet of fish, quarter pounder French fries, icy coke, thick shake, sundaes, and apple pies.
Huh?
Is that?
You don't remember that commercial?
No.
Is that? That's not McDonald's, is
Yeah,
it? Is
Big
it
Mac
McDonald's?
fillet of
Oh,
fish,
Big
quarter
Mac, yeah.
pounder French fries, icy coke, thick shake, sundaes, and apple pies. That was like their commercial forever.
Well, we do have
Pardon me.
Ooh, blessings.
Ken Owens said good morning, and then he said the Milk Advisory Board, and then he said Wendy's. So he's right on there with us.
There we go,
We
there
just
we go.
have the minute delay between when he hears us and when we're talking. So, yeah.
Well, for watching online, the delay's actually a little faster than that. It's about 15 seconds. So,
Oh, there you
so
go.
not
Okay.
not
Let's
too
give-
bad.
Let's
Not too
give
bad.
another
Okay.
one
Okay.
to
Okay.
Ken, and we're not going to tell him this time. Now we're going to wait for him to answer.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
this is a
Ken,
good
no
one.
pressure.
This is a good one that I'm not telling you the answer. You're in good hands with Allstate.
You Gosh.
Oh, well.
Oop, got it.
Who in the world could that be?
I don't know.
But I don't know, but it's from 1956.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
So there's obviously don't leave home without it.
Right.
That's a thing you should never leave home with. I don't think are we going to wait 15 seconds?
How about, we'll throw a couple more out there. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear me
Daniel
now?
responded
Can you hear me
that was the original
Thank
Big
you,
Mac
love.
jingle.
Yes, Dan, that was my husband. Thank you, darling. And I
Yeah.
can't believe that you're awake right now, so thank you.
And Ken Owens says it's Pemco. You're in good hands with Allstate, and it's a Pemco commercial. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
that's
good.
awesome.
The original, the earlier Big Mac commercials. Remember, what was wasn't his name Mac Tonight or something? It was the guy that sat at the piano. He had a moon for a head.
I don't
One of the
remember
original,
that.
I don't
the original
remember.
TV ads for the I think it was
I
the
think
Big Mac.
he's making this up.
I don't remember this at all. It's like the it's like the Monopoly guy. Does the Monopoly guy have a monocle or glasses?
Neither.
I don't know. And I don't know which one this was, but Ken says it's Verizon.
Yeah. Can you hear me
Whichever-
now? Can you hear me
There
now?
you go. That-
Oh,
that
yeah.
was- yeah.
Verizon, yeah.
Yep.
But the original actor that played the Mac Tonight guy, he sat at the piano and he had the big fake moon for a head. That was Doug Jones, also known as Abe Sapien from the Hellboy
Wow.
movies. He played the main character in Shape of Water. He's
Maybe he was like
Saru
a
in
local
Maybe
Discovery.
they
McDonald's
had
icon?
different commercials where Chuck lived.
Yeah. He is
No,
a
no.
Southern boy. I know
Yeah.
he's a Southern. And maybe in the South they have
Or
different
Alaska.
commercials.
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
no, no.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Sitka. Alaska.
It was Mac Tonight. He was the guy that did the commercials. Anyway,
Okay, I'm going to have to
Okay.
look it up because
Yeah.
now I don't know.
And Ken says monocle. What would that be the answer to?
The,
Monocle.
The monocle. A monocle.
did he have a monocle?
Okay,
Oh.
well, so that's the thing. It's a mystery because I remember him having a monocle with a chain hanging down. And so there's a whole conspiracy theory alternate universe thing because so many people remember the Monopoly guy with a monocle, and he's never had one. See?
You know what? In some pictures he does, and some he doesn't.
Well, if you look at the ones that he does, you find out that they have never actually had him as a brand with the monocle. And yet, I would swear, like I'd put money on it, that he's always had the original version had a monocle. And there's like a whole rabbit hole you can go down with all the other things. Oh, I love this one. Finger licking good. Who is that?
Oh, that. I know who that is.
Finger
Everybody
licking
knows. Everybody
good.
knows who that is.
Right?
Yeah. That is Kentucky Fried
There
Chicken.
you go. There you go.
Yeah. How about this one?
Okay.
Melts in your mouth, not in your hands. That was a real popular commercial
Yeah.
when I was younger. And it's from 1954.
Yeah,
That's from 1954.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I guess.
That is.
I guess apparently there was a big problem with candy melting in your hands back then.
Well,
I don't
chocolate.
know. Because it doesn't
Yeah.
melt in your hand now, does it?
Oh, it
It
definitely.
does-
doesn't
the show.
stay long enough in your hand to melt. Are you kidding?
But if you're sweaty and you have them in your hand, I many times as a kid I had little orange and blue
But the
and
chocolate
green little
didn't melt
specks.
now, did it?
That's true. It did
That
melt.
candy coating, that that awful red dye number 5 or whatever that is, that protected the chocolate.
Oh.
That's right. That's right.
And Ken tells us M&M's also.
See?
So he's right on. Yep.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Ken, what is it?
Of course, the United States, one of the only countries in the world that allows red food dye number 5.
I know.
One of
And-
the only, if not the only.
Yeah.
And sawdust as a filler, as a fiber filler in cereals and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Gotta have your
Not
daily
only is it
requirement
allowed
of-
here, it was banned, and then they allowed it back again.
This is another one like the Allstate one. There
Okay.
are some things that money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Now, who do you suppose that could be?
I don't know.
That's why
Wait.
we have credit card
Oh.
debt.
And both Daniel and Ken responded to yours with Timex.
Ah, you guys
yes,
are great.
very good.
Ooh, there you go. What happens here stays here. This is a more recent one.
Oh, yeah.
I think everybody,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
everybody knows what that one
Yeah.
is.
Right?
Yeah. That
it.
would be, let me think about that.
Right.
That's Big Sky, Montana, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
funny, right? Well, yeah, actually, probably literally, that's probably where the bodies are buried, right? Isn't that where the bus stop or the bus depot or something?
Was that where Yellowstone?
KS? Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Okay.
That's not Chihuahua. What happens in Chihuahua, everybody knows about.
Okay, I have to make a call
Instantly.
out to this awesome town. So yesterday, I went to go to Yale to get my breakfast burrito.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the guys are sitting outside enjoying the sunlight with their coffee, right? The 4 regulars that are there, 4 or 5 guys, right? And then I got my coffee and came out after saying hi to the gentlemen who are always sitting there at the Yale. And walking down the street were 3 young people. I can say that because I'm older than 50, so everybody's a young person. And there was a girl and 2 guys. And one of the young men had a tall cowboy hat on, his jeans, and a wooden sword through his belt. And I thought, this is such a cool town. We have such openness and diversity that we have the guys at the coffee house, right? We've got tourists in their shorts who got their coffee, who are smiling and running back up over the mountain or, doing whatever they're doing. And then our locals who are comfortable walking through town just in an early morning with a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and a wooden sword through their belts.
Was this a child or?
No, they were somewhere between 18 and like 25.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it awesome? I had to smile. I'm like, I love this town.
Well, and then you go, is it Sundays that they meet in the park and they're all dressed up in the Renaissance stuff?
Yeah.
I did not. My brain is blown, Chuila. You are so cool.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Society for Creative Anachronism, they are here, SCA.
I don't know who it is. I just know if you go by the park, they're playing games and they're all dressed up in this.
Yeah, they do like the cosplay and they do the foam swords and
yes.
Are they still doing that?
Well, I saw some not too long ago that I saw. I don't know if it was the same group, but I saw some in that kind of outfits. Yep.
So
That's
cool,
good.
Chuila.
Yeah.
So cool.
On a Sunday. Yeah.
Out there smacking each other with foam swords.
These guys can't get off of this. Here's another one.
Okay.
These are my famous ones.
Okay.
America runs on I'm rewinding. Okay. America runs on Duncan. Now, who do you suppose that could be?
Who could that be?
Taco Bell.
Whoa, you are so good.
It's all about dunking those tacos.
Okay, so what happens here stays here. That would be Vegas.
Yep.
Everybody knows that, right?
Yep.
But Ken and Daniel have not yet responded with the answer.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay, Daniel says open carry LARPer.
Open carry LARPer.
Yeah, a LARPer is a live action role player, and so they're role playing with a wooden sword.
Okay.
No way, Ken.
And then Ken says, did you know a bank was robbed by 3 people? 1 had a wooden sword.
They wouldn't hand over money. Can I go into a bank with a wooden sword and be like, give me all your money? I mean, I wouldn't do that, but
it depends on what the other 2 that were his bodyguards had.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was that in Chihuahua?
Probably.
I mean, can we please? I'm sorry. I apologize to the bank, but oh my gosh, how fun. If we had our local bank, and I don't condone this, I'm not saying do this, that was robbed by a person with a wooden sword. I mean, would that not just be iconically hysterical for small town?
Well, I don't think you should be giving people ideas.
Yeah, that's not something we should discuss on the air, Paula.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And carrying on, what is next? Daniel says it's time to make donuts. Do you make donuts at your house?
No, we've never done it. Daniel, are we doing that now?
Oh, yeah. My grandma, some grandmas make cookies and have a cookie jar full. My grandma made donuts about every other day and had a donut jar full.
Oh, how fun.
That is so much cooler than cookies.
Yep, that and cooler. Lemon drops. They were always on her counter. A bowl of lemon drops and a thing full of donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you still have the recipe for those old candies? Like the lemon drops and the...
No, she didn't. She bought those.
I was going to say, because I know you can make them.
Those were always in the bottom of my mom's purse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Covered in dust.
Oh, Daniel says that was the ad. Time to make the donuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's time to make the donuts. I already made the donuts, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one? All right, see if you get this one. I'm going to give you a prompt and see if you can fill out the rest of it.
Okay.
Tastes great. You don't remember that one?
Hold on, coffee percolating. I haven't had coffee yet. Yes, tastes great. Yes, I can't. It's not coming, Chuck. It's stuck.
2 groups of people would be yelling at each other.
I know. Yeah.
Tastes great. Less filling.
Less filling.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was coming. It was coming. It was at the back of the head. It was rolling forwards. It was going to get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes great, less filling. And
I got another one that's right down my alley.
Okay.
Tootsie Roll lasts a long time. Now, what is that?
Tootsie Roll, right?
Tootsie
Rolls are the Tootsie Rolls are all I see. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Tootsie Roll Firehouse
Wow.
chocolatey chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you.
There was that little part that lasts a long time, and they sang that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
They
wow.
had great ads, right? How long does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie
Deal
Pop?
out. They still play that one.
Ooh, right?
That one's from
Are
the
we
70s,
supposed to be
right?
advertising this stuff? I don't know.
I don't even know.
Chuck told us to, bits and bits.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get moving on. And don't scroll down. Don't
Okay.
scroll
Too
down.
late. Okay.
All right, don't scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll back up because we're about to go into some trivia
Okay.
before our break. You guys
Oh,
ready?
good.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
again.
can make up things.
Have not had coffee. Somebody bring coffee. Okay, go ahead.
I have coffee. During the break, I can get you some coffee.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Your number one fan says, "Holy smokes, she sings good."
Oh.
He better be your number one fan. That was Daniel.
Wait. Okay.
And Ken Owen says, "A long time." That's a Tootsie Roll lasts a long time. Yep.
Nice.
Okay, give us a
We're
trivia.
ready.
I like that we have Ken here with us on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
He's usually in the Val fan club on Tuesdays.
Oh,
fun.
really, Ken?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
She gets so many
I
people watching
know.
her
I'm
videos.
so jealous.
You know, it might help if we actually promoted the morning show instead of just came in on the air.
Or if we told all of our friends, because
Yeah.
she has all of her friends.
That's
Right,
true.
I was going
That's
to say,
true.
I've told at least 3 people.
Oh, good.
Oh, I told
You know-
Annie. Hi, Annie. Shout out to Annie at City Hall. I don't know. I have so much fun calling Annie. I'm like, hey, Annie, it's Paula. And, like, she doesn't have 2,500 other people that she talks to in the city of Chewila that might be named Paula. I'm like, hey, Annie, it's Paula Redden. How you doing today? And she is so cool.
She is great. You know, the other
Right?
day I showed up for a meeting with someone else that works at City Hall, and there was had to wait a little bit for him. And off in the back corner, they have this really great set of shelves with office supplies, and they have some really neat stuff back there.
Nice.
And she let me, obviously I didn't take anything, but she let me peruse and scope out all their office supplies for like 10 minutes. It was really great.
That would have been really hard. I'm a tragic office supply thief.
Yeah.
A nice new pen or a new pad of paper. Oh, it's terrible.
I did get, and I actually purchased it because I happened to need one that day.
Mm-hmm.
They sell thumb drives for
nice.
$2.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's $2.98. I think is what it was. Yeah.
I don't know.
Really cheap.
Okay.
Okay, so what's this trivia, Chuck?
Okay, trivia. Sharon's keeping it. She's a taskmaster.
Oh, good
Glad-
morning, Gino.
Glad somebody is.
Yep.
Hey, good morning, Gino. Okay, so in the U.S., the insurance industry says this is the number one home insurance liability claim. Number one home insurance liability claim.
Does it have anything to do with boxer shorts?
No, not directly, but I suppose.
Liability claim. I would say it's a fire on the stove.
No,
Or bathroom fall?
no, it is not a problem with the home itself,
Not
But-
stairs.
but rather something within the home that lives in the home.
Pet piranha.
You're getting a lot warmer. You went the right direction.
So your dog or your cat or something?
You are red hot, Sharon.
It's just your pet that has a problem?
No, a
Oh.
liability claim. If something happens and somebody sues you for
Oh,
something.
your dog bites
Your-
somebody.
A
Somebody.
dog bite. A dog
Yeah.
bite is the number one home insurance liability claim. The average person spends $24 a month on what?
$24 is not very much money.
Nope. $24 a month on what? And this is something that we have already discussed today.
They on coffee.
There you go, on coffee.
Oh, man.
Coffee or coffee
Well,
shops.
somebody's spending 48 because I don't spend any, and then somebody's spending 96 because Gino doesn't spend any on coffee. So somebody else is
Well,
drinking
because
a
you
lot of
think
coffee.
of those
Guilty.
specialty coffee cups, right? The
Yeah.
specialty drinks, and they're like $8 or $12 for your one coffee.
Yeah,
So-
$24 a month in a coffee shop seems really low to me.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, they must be drinking just coffee, and then if it's just coffee, I don't know.
Okay, I'm backtracking here.
Okay.
Ken says, wow, Scotch tape. How exciting. Okay, what were we talking about, that Scotch tape? I'm not sure. Daniel says, commode seat injury.
Commode seat injury.
Okay, this is real. When my son was little, my mom had a special toilet seat, and he was sitting down, and his he got stuck. A certain thing got stuck. And he ended up ripping his skin above, a certain part of his anatomy.
Wow.
So toilet seat injuries are real because he got caught on the toilet seat.
Wow.
Yes, I had to break the door down because he started screaming.
Well, there's a reason that area between the toilet and the bathtub, it's called the triangle of death. Especially for seniors, a lot of times they will fall getting out of the tub or fall getting into the tub and they'll get caught between the toilet and the bathtub. And
That's the worst.
sometimes you can actually get stuck there.
Wow.
No, it's awful.
Or
which is also why you need to have a night light in your bathroom, because a lot of people get up in the middle of the night and don't want to turn on the light.
Yeah.
And your gauge in the dark is not always accurate. And so you can fall, one way or the other.
Yeah. I was talking with my wife the other day, and there should be like above a minimum age, it should be mandatory that you have access directly to a bathroom from your bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Without going up or downstairs.
Yeah.
That's one thing. We have a bedroom upstairs we want to move into, but the problem is there's no bathroom upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's literally you go up the stairs into the bedroom. It's just a bedroom upstairs.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting until we can put in a bathroom and kind of slowly procuring things. We've got the toilet, we've got the plumbing stuff. Now I just need the motivation and the time.
So my dad and stepmom lived in a house in southern Idaho, and one of the bedrooms, there was a bathroom upstairs, but one of the bedrooms upstairs had a toilet in the bedroom, just sitting there.
I've seen that.
Oh my gosh!
I have seen that before. When we were house hunting, we saw more than one house.
Really?
That just had in the master bedroom a toilet just sitting on the floor,
sitting there.
even on carpet, just in the middle of a carpeted room,
Oh,
just a
that's
random
the
toilet.
grossest
That's
ever.
awful.
Do you remember the 80s, the 70s and 80s? They actually
everything was carpeted.
they put carpet everywhere,
everywhere.
Yeah.
like the kitchen counters.
Oh.
Yeah, you're being funny.
Yeah.
Okay, back to trivia. We haven't even answered any trivia yet.
We actually, I'm going to stay here for a minute because we lived in a house where we had carpet in the bathrooms, which is disgusting. By the way, absolutely. Sorry, Alan. I know you're probably listening. I love you. I love carpet.
Carpet is great. Not in the bathroom.
But do not put carpet in the bathroom.
He sells tile too.
Yeah, he does. And we put my parents, not we, actually had carpet installed in the kitchen. In the kitchen, on the kitchen floor, they had carpet installed. There wasn't carpet before. But it was like that thick industrial carpet, so it wasn't like shag carpet in the kitchen, but still.
Well, you think about what it looked like underneath when they pulled that up with all the traffic and the water and.
Oh yeah.
We have dogs, and so we got rid of all of our carpet upstairs on the main floor, and we got tile. And talking about the Lynn, it used to be Lynn, but anyway, what a good store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
just, okay, tell me their name. The carpet store. Right
Ellen.
down at the other end of the building.
Chewila Flooring Wall.
Yeah.
Flooring.
That
Chewila
my
Flooring.
mind
It's not
just-
Chewila Flooring Wall anymore. It's Chewila Flooring.
Chewila Flooring,
And
yeah.
it's-
But we ordered our
And it's our good friend
tile.
Alan Milani.
Yeah.
That runs it. Yeah.
We ordered our tile from them, and they actually delivered it to our home because they had to go to Spokane to pick it up, and they brought it to our home.
They're so cool.
Yeah. Really nice.
Alan was like the fourth person I met in Chewila.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we were new here, I used to go into his business and sit down and just talk to him.
I do that sometimes.
Right?
Yeah,
He's such a good
We'll do that.
conversationalist. I used to go, "Hey, Alan, how you doing?" So call out to Alan.
Yes, Alan. Good morning, Alan.
All right, trivia.
Okay, spy the lie. There are 600 million seconds in a year. The average lifespan of an eyelash is 5 months. Or if you straighten out a standard coat hanger, it is 44 inches long. One of these is a lie. The other two are true.
Did you remember all that math?
Nope. The first one, there are 600 million seconds in a year. The average lifespan of an eyelash is 5 months. Or if you straighten out a coat hanger, it is 44 inches long.
I think
I'm going to go with coat hanger.
That's what I was going to go with, coat hanger, because I'm thinking 12 inches, 12 to 24, 36.
So it's another 12
and
inches.
Then yeah.
I think I see smoke rising from some ears over there. Okay. You guys are both wrong.
Oh. Okay.
Do you want to take another guess between the
Yeah.
standard lifespan of an eyelash being 5 months or 600 million seconds in a year?
I'd say the eyelash.
I'm going to do eyelash.
You guys are wrong again.
Oh!
Yeah.
But at least we're together on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are unified. Women supporting women.
So there are actually not anywhere near 600 million seconds. Is 31,536,000 seconds in a year.
Wow.
That is not in a leap year.
Oh my God. It's just too much math. Too
Yeah,
much
yeah,
mathing,
that-
Chuck. Again, coffee. What do you want me to say?
All right. Well, with that, speaking of coffee, let's go ahead and take our break.
Okay.
We're going to take a minute. We're going to thank our sponsors. We'll be right back with some local birthdays. We're going to do some celebrity birthdays and do our local roundup.
Yes,
Nice.
sounds
There we
good.
go. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to KCHW. We'll be right back after this break. And Paula, we will get you some coffee.
I'm just hoping that 395 guys listen.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for June the 26th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Farm advocates claim price gouging on meat and poultry in California is spreading across the country, including all the way to Iowa, which happens to be the nation's largest hog producer.
California passed a law banning the use of gestation crates for raising hogs, and producers say that increased production costs, which are rippling across the country to Iowa. Iowa has similar regulations on gestation crates. The ag group Farm Action issued a report that says, in addition to blaming the California law, corporate meat producers also continue to use supply chain disruptions as an excuse to price gouge. Farm Action's Joe Maxwell offers as evidence the 20% hike in California pork prices.
And it's just a part of their doing business now. They find excuses in the markets to gouge that consumer. And one thing we want to be very clear on is that the consumer knows it's not the farmer. The farmer's getting squeezed just as much as is the consumer.
Iowa is the nation's leading hog producer, but still lost $32 per hog in 2023, a number ag experts say could grow this year. I'm Mark Moran.
Next, from the Associated Press, lawyers for Donald Trump on Tuesday asked the judge presiding over his classified documents case to prevent prosecutors from using as evidence boxes of records seized during an FBI search of his Florida estate. The AP reports the arguments mark the conclusion of a 3-day hearing in which prosecutors and defense lawyers have sparred over topics ranging from the legality of the appointment of special counsel Jack Smith to whether the Republican former president should be barred from making comments that could pose a risk to the safety of FBI agents. They note that Trump faces dozens of felony counts accusing him of illegally hoarding classified documents and obstructing government efforts to get them back. He has pleaded not guilty. And mobile units are rolling out in rural California communities this summer to help keep kids engaged and combat learning loss.
Profit Save the Children's Make Summer Fair campaign provides books and educational resources in areas where summer learning opportunities are limited. Lucero Chavez Ramirez, California State Director at Save the Children, says kids can lose 2 months' worth of learning while school is out.
There is a significant learning loss during the summer months, especially for children in these rural underserved areas where they might not have the opportunity to go to a summer camp or, participate in other activities.
The campaign encourages parents to incorporate learning into their routine, setting aside time for reading every day. I'm Suzanne Potter.
This is Public News Service. New Mexico consistently ranks low in childhood educational achievement, but its path to a college degree is now being recognized at the highest levels.
President Joe Biden has applauded New Mexico for leading the way in no-cost higher education, along with loan repayment and loan for service programs. Stephanie Rodriguez with the state's higher education department says a recent Gold Star designation by the Campaign for Free College acknowledged the state's tuition-free Opportunity Scholarship program as one of the most accessible, inclusive, and all-encompassing in the country.
We know that when people are educated beyond high school, they have higher wages, they can have family-sustaining careers, and they can be successful in whatever endeavor they want to go into.
I'm Roz Brown.
New Mexico is one of the nation's poorest states with some of the country's lowest K-12 educational outcomes. And some Tennessee school districts are among 41 in the Southeast receiving funding from the Environmental Protection Agency's Clean School Bus Rebate Program. We get more from our Danielle Smith.
Created by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, the program invests $5 billion through 2026 to replace older diesel school buses with cleaner alternatives. Dory Larson with the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy says the rebate program transforms how school districts transport the state's most precious residents.
In the United States, transportation and electricity generation are the leading sources of both unhealthy air and also pollutants that cause climate change. This amount of funding coming to Tennessee is $12 million coming to several school districts. It's going to bring 37 electric school buses.
Larson says 8 districts got EPA funding to order their electric school buses and charging infrastructure, which is crucial for under-resourced districts. The buses are set to roll out for the 2025 school year. Across the Southeast, more than 300 electric buses will be deployed, part of 3,400 nationwide.
Finally, from our Shantia Hudson, Georgia lawmakers with the group Elected Officials to Protect America are spotlighting the health and enrollment benefits of electric vehicles.
State Representative Sandra Scott of Clayton County says now is the crucial time for cities to take decisive action against climate change.
We all are used to our city being hot, but now with the climate crisis, heat and precipitation put us at risk of fires and floods.
Scott believes accelerating the shift to electric vehicles is key to transitioning to clean energy, as vehicle emissions account for at least 25% of greenhouse gases that contribute to the climate crisis.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service. We are member and listener supported. Hear us on radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform, and find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:19.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
I almost missed the button.
All right now.
Oh, I
Come
gotta
on,
go
boy.
tie up my horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good boy. Yeah.
Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We are back for the second round with myself, Chuck Ritchie. We have Paula Randall. My brain almost forgot your name. I know, right? We have myself, Chuck. We have Paula, and we have Sharon here this morning. Good morning. Welcome back to everybody. We got your coffee.
Yes.
So you got coffee, you got water.
Thank you. Yes. Life is good.
Life is better with coffee. Sorry, Sharon.
I don't know about that. I've never been a coffee drinker.
Be lucky you don't have the addiction.
Okay.
I recently, a couple years ago, I was going through some health stuff. I stopped drinking coffee I didn't really have any coffee for almost a year.
Oh my.
And I missed it every day.
Then you had one, and we're all back to it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I did drink a little bit in the hospital, but it was hospital coffee for one, so what's the point?
Yeah, it's really bad.
But yeah, and I think they only serve decaf, so.
Oh, that's the point, yeah.
Yeah, right. And only black. It was awful. Or you had to beg them for more than one of those little tiny creamer cups. I just want enough to make my coffee creamy. Please.
Bring me the box.
Anything for some creamer. Maybe some vanilla. Something flavorful. Anyway, so welcome back. We are going to do some local birthdays here really quick before we get things rolling in the second half of the show. I have the calendar here in front of me if I can read the little tiny handwriting. So today, for birthdays, we have John White and Emmett Peters. Hey, I know John. And then Jerry and Linda McKenna and Tom and Diane Rancourt have anniversaries.
Yeah,
so there you
happy
go.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary and birthday, everybody.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
John White is a phenomenal woodworker.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. He's I got a couple projects I want to talk to him about, some cool stuff. So yeah. Greg, I don't know if have you been to a shop?
No.
I shouldn't advertise this on the air, but
well, wonderful, then don't. Let's
wonderful shop. Wonderful shop. Well, he doesn't do a business, but he doesn't do it for work, but
yeah.
Speaking of shop, who has been into the new consignment store, the Buffalo consignment store?
Oh,
off of
I haven't.
395?
No, I haven't been in there yet.
Have you been in there?
No.
Oh my gosh, we are failing. I have walked by and looked in very interestedly, but I have yet to go through.
Okay.
But it looks really, really cool. Whoever is doing the door. What do they call that? The street appeal or something?
The window dressing?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. It looks really, really neat. It looks like they have some great stuff. And the lady who goes in there to work, I see her walking over there. She looks great. I'm like, oh, is you selling this over there? Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
All right. So you two can wrestle it out, see who's going to take celebrity birthdays.
Oh, we have to get there. You told us not to scroll, Chuck.
Well, I told you not to scroll before the break, so you didn't see the trivia.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. I know very few of these, so Paula's doing this.
Okay, so we have today, June 26th, we have Sean Hayes. He was from Will and Grace and Smartless. He turns 54. We have Chris O'Donnell from the Batman films, NCIS Los Angeles. He's also 54.
He was the boy wonder.
1969 babies.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman, The Last of Us, Making It, Parks and Recreation is 54. Jason Schwartzman, oh, my eye is burning now. Slackers and Rushmore, he's 44.
Your eye is burning from Jason Schwartzman?
You do notice that your big fan is listening to us.
I do. Hello, love. What is he saying?
Nothing, but you're talking about your eyes burning.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's, again, a lack of sleep, and I'm trying to read now and actually use
I thought it was because you were so enamored with him.
No, I don't actually know
we watched a movie with Jason Schwartzman last night. He always plays, the grossest, smarmiest characters.
Oh.
And he played, it was, I can't remember the name. It was something about a quiz show. And it was this wonderful movie. I'd never heard of it, never seen it. It had Will Ferrell and Jason Schwartzman, Awkwafina, and Sandra Oh as a it was a great movie. Anyway,
interesting cast.
Yeah, really great cast.
We have Aubrey Plaza. She's from The White Lotus and Parks and Recreation. She turned 40. Ariana Grande is 31. Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly and Sam and Kate is 32.
There you go. And then in 1974, the Universal Product Code, the barcode, was scanned for the first time. That was to sell a package of Wrigley's chewing gum at the supermarket in Troy, Ohio.
I suddenly feel old.
I know, right? 1974. Then realizing the significance of the event, the buyer returned the item. The 10-pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit is now on display at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
How could you even recognize the significance of it?
Right.
You know, I mean,
I guess it takes
it's so new. I
guess
know.
it takes a bit of forethought. Something
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, a new thing, and then like,
open the
go,
gum.
then
Right?
go about my business. Yeah. Huh.
I think it's really weird, the thing that we're holding on to. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go to the museum to look at the 10-pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit at the Smithsonian. I think I might be captivated by other things.
Oh, yeah. And it's got enough other stuff that you could be there for days.
Yeah. Like, why?
In different sections of the Smithsonian.
Do we really
It's
need
a
to
whole
preserve
campus.
a 10-pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit gum?
I find weird things interesting.
Right,
I find that oddly interesting.
Like the cheeseburger and fries, it's now 20 years old and has never developed any mold or...
Okay.
You know, they talk about that, but
Right.
it dried out. If you dry something out, it's not going to mold.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a chiropractor in Colorado Springs who did this as well. He went and bought the burger and then just set it underneath a glass case. It wasn't dried out or anything.
Oh, wow.
And his was a couple years old. Daniel can verify that because it was in his waiting room.
Well,
with
I mean,
the date of purchase and everything.
I mean, we all know it's not really food anyway.
Right.
So there's that. Okay, then 1981, Virginia Campbell of Mountain Home, Idaho, took her coupons, depending on where you're from, rebates and bought $26,460 worth of groceries, but only paid 67 cents. She would have received a refund of $12.97, but she decided to get film and flash bulbs after the bill was totaled.
Okay, so we have to think about this one. $26,460 worth of groceries in 1981. That would have been like, what, 12 shopping carts?
That would have been
Or
like
more.
the entire contents of the Chihuahua Safeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Now-
and the amount of time it took her to sort and organize those coupons, you paid her just minimum wage. She was worth more than that. You know,
Right?
I tried the couponing thing for a while. That's hard work.
Oh, it is. Have you seen the extreme couponers?
Yeah.
But then you're stockpiling all this stuff. You're not using it.
I saw one once. It was a video that went viral of it was just a woman at a grocery store, and she was standing there she had carts and carts full of stuff, and, you know, people behind her were like, oh, you know, rolling their eyes like, oh, this is going to take forever. But by the time she got done with all of her coupons, it took like half an hour
I'm sure.
for her to check out. But by the time she checked out, she had people around her, and when they announced her total, I think they owed her like $3 or something. People, the whole entire grocery store just erupted in applause.
Yeah.
Because she had hundreds and hundreds, probably a couple $1,000s worth of groceries.
But you have to
for
win
nothing.
like food or
Mhm.
just, you know, cleaning supplies and you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
the couponers that I've seen, you know, you end up getting for the coupon, you have to buy 3 things of Colgate, or you buy, you know, you have to buy so many things of whatever to get the coupon to make the coupon valid. So you end up with
Well, and when it's
more than you need, yeah.
And when it's 25 cents off of a $2 item, that's not a big deal. Yeah.
So it's just I
There's
get
some
it.
strategies to
Yeah,
that.
but now think about 26,400. I can't words.
A
Chuck.
lot of money.
A lot of money now. I mean, that would be instead of like 12 grocery carts, that would probably be like what 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and think about how much you spend on your yearly's groceries. Even nowadays, that's more than I spend in a year.
Well,
I mean, that's $2,000 a month.
I think it was last night or the night. I think it was the night before last on the way home from work. I had one of the kids with me. We popped in the grocery store and just on the way home, just to grab a couple of snack things and maybe something quick for dinner. We didn't even have 2 full bags of groceries. $118.
Yeah.
And none of it was anything expensive. It was just a
Yeah.
few little things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Grocery
Yeah.
prices are nuts right now.
Yeah. But our wages are up. Think about her wages in 1981. I don't even remember how much we made in
Yeah, but
1981.
wages have like tripled and costs have like gone up 10, 15 times.
Right,
So
right.
Well,
wages
food
have been
costs are like
pretty
500%.
Yeah.
and
the 2 lines between like inflation and wage increase, like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like an L.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so then in 1990, President George H.W. Bush, who had campaigned for office on a pledge of no new taxes, conceded that tax increases would have to be included in any deficit reduction package.
And, I think anybody who runs for office on no new taxes and they get into office find out that's how you pay for the government.
Yeah.
Is your taxes. And you just have to be, the budgets are hard. You have a little tiny town that has $1 million budget.
Read my lips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I am
right?
a liar.
Everybody remember that one.
I know.
This next one is really cool. 1997, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was published in the UK with an initial print run of 500 copies. It became a smash almost overnight. The 7th title, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was published just over a decade later. So J.K. Rowling is not my favorite person, but these came out, and every year family on the East Coast would send it to my daughter, and we would read the book, and we were so excited for that next book to come out, because it was such a monumental milestone for her birthdays.
Yeah.
Because for some reason they would come out early in the year and right at her birthday, and so it was a neat thing that we did, was wait for those books and read them out loud and do it as a family. I remember that.
Very cool. Very cool. So then in 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled same-sex marriage is a legal right across all states.
Woohoo!
Very cool. Then in 2018, I remember this one, a Hello Kitty bullet train was unveiled in Japan.
Okay.
There you go. The largest pileup ever in a Tour de France was caused by a spectator with a sign during stage 1. The spectator was then found and arrested.
Now, the Tour de France, that's a bike trip, right?
Yeah, bike race.
And so how would it, I was thinking about this, how did a sign cause this pile up?
I have to look up what that sign said.
What did the sign say? Maybe we can't even talk about it on the air.
Right.
Maybe not. Maybe it was just a distraction, and they go so fast and they're all so close together. Maybe just a brief distraction is enough to.
Maybe.
I feel bad. How many years in a row did Lance Armstrong win that?
Like 4? Wasn't
Yeah.
that a lot? Yeah.
So then he got those titles stripped from him, and then I believe they were passed to the person that took second place after the all the things were proven that he was using drugs and on steroids. How does that feel to be that second person? Like, I won. Thanks.
Okay, here's the deal with the sign. Okay. In 2021, right? 2020, yeah.
Yep.
A French woman held up a cardboard sign in front of the peloton, right? Yeah, during the first stage of the Tour de France that read, Allez, Opi Ami. The sign has a combination of French and German words that translates to go on, Grandma and Grandpa. She was trying to get her grandparents' attention, who were watching the race on TV, but she stepped too far in front of the cyclist, and German rider Tony Martin crashed into her. The crash caused a domino effect that sent dozens of riders to the ground, and some were forced out of the race. So it caused a pileup because she stepped in their way.
Oh,
wow.
So it wasn't the sign.
It wasn't
that
the
did.
sign. The fact that she stepped inside in the race.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I've seen some horrific bike injuries of
Yeah.
people on bicycles running
my
into.
gosh.
It happened to my kid once.
Oh
we
my
were in
gosh.
the park, and there was a bike trail, and the kids walking down the park, and some guy he'd had a few too many to drink, speeding down with the middle of a kids event going on in the park, just going as fast as he could go on his bicycle, and she wasn't paying attention and just stepped right in front of him and plammo. Yeah, it was bad.
Awful.
Yeah.
Still has scars from that one. Let's see, where were we? Last one here was announced over the weekend. The Top Gun Maverick's earnings were over $1 billion. And that was in 2022 this weekend.
Wow.
Did you watch that one?
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Was it good?
Actually, I'm not a Tom Cruise fan, but I mean, yeah. I mean, for what it is.
Okay.
The fact that so my brother-in-law is actually a retired naval pilot, and he works for a major aerospace company. So when they were filming that, they got to do a special presentation to his company, and they came and they showed how they filmed it. So the actors were actually in the planes this time.
Oh,
so
cool.
they actually had the actors in the planes to get those shots, and then they were being flown, of course, by the actual pilots.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise is apparently a major aviation fan. He owns several planes of his own. He tried really hard, apparently, to buy an F-16 or something, and they wouldn't let him. But he, the tech is real. The skills are real. So from that
That's
aspect, I think it's a good movie and a very entertaining movie. But I'm not a Tom Cruise fan, so I'm like, meh.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Special events of the day.
Yes,
What do
Sharon
we have
has your
today?
list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Today, Wednesday, June 26th, we have our regulars. We have golf course, soft pickleball up at our golf course. I really need to rewrite this so it says soft pickleball at the golf course. Because every week I read that wrong.
The other day I was doing my announcements and I had this. I said golf course like 10 times in a row at the Chihuahua golf course. Course. I couldn't say it right.
From 9 to 11:30 this morning, and that's for 18 and overs, and especially Wednesdays, especially for beginners. This evening, of course, we have at Fired Up Pizza. We have bingo at 6. We have 2 baseball games going. American Legion A baseball is at Cheney, and American League AA baseball is home against Freeman. Now, we have something going on today. Today is, this community is a community that helps other people. Now, I would like to read this.
Okay.
This came out from Front Porch Farms, put this out.
Okay.
And they said, attention, call to farms. Lane Bruner, the dedicated owner of Garlic Lane in Chihuahua and a Navy veteran, has reached out for assistance during a challenging time for him personally and his farm as he processes the loss of his beloved wife to breast cancer.
Oh, no.
We are rallying together to support Lane by helping with crucial tasks such as weeding, cutting scapes, and harvesting approximately 1 acre of garlic. Vets on the Farm is organizing a volunteer effort to lend a hand at Garlic Lane. We invite you to join us on Wednesday, that's today, 26th of June, starting at 9 a.m. Your participation in this call to farms will make a meaningful difference to Lane and his farm's recovery efforts. Here are the details. Date, Wednesday, 26th of June, start time 9 a.m., location, Garlic Lane, which is at 2446 Logan Road, Chihuahua, directly behind the Chihuahua Casino. If you're available and willing to help, please RSVP by replying to this email or calling 623-680-8611, or just show up on Wednesday, June 26th at 9 a.m. If you're unable to make the specified date and time, please let us know, as Lane would be grateful for any assistance on alternative days which may work for your schedule. Lane is also seeking workers and is prepared to offer compensation in cash or as a donation. And then it says, let's come together as a community to support Lane Bruner and Garlic Lane during this time of need. Your contribution will be greatly appreciated. And that warm regards from Vets on the Farm staff at Garlic Lane.
Oh, wow, I wish we had more notice.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There's 20 minutes.
Yeah. So wait,
and it's in
run
Chihuahua.
over
There's
there.
time.
Yeah.
If you're up and you're dressed and you're ready to go and you're looking for something to do,
Yeah, head over.
that's something you can do. There you go.
Daniel, is Sandman awake? You guys could run over there. I mean, I'd have
There you
to
go.
come home with a car, but just saying.
Well, the thing is, this community, somebody has a need, and they do something about it, and they gather the community. I just, when I saw that, when that came across Facebook last night, I'm just very impressed with that.
That is cool.
Yeah, so tomorrow, Thursday, unless you have something more for Wednesday.
I was so captivated by that I wasn't even looking at my calendar.
Okay.
So for today is Tech Help with the Chihuahua Library from 3 to 4.
I knew he'd had that.
Yep. And then there's more stuff that you can't see that I'm waiting for it to open.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so bingo at Fired Up Pizza tonight from 6 to 7. But let's go ahead and move on.
Okay, Thursday, which is tomorrow, June 27th, line dancing at the Chihuahua Senior Center from 2:30 to 4:30. Craig Meyer karaoke at 8:30 to 11 p.m. at the Oasis. Chihuahua Pickleball Club ladies round robin from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. for club members and guests. So if you want to join that and you're not a member, you find a member and be their guest.
There you go.
Yeah,
Also
and we can start singing. Be my guest. Be my
the food bank open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to know more about pickleball, go to ChihuahuaPickleball.club. And you can find out more. You can join. It's inexpensive to join, and you can be part of the Chewila Pickleball. Also, tomorrow is American Legion A baseball home against Rogers. And these kids play well, too. We watched a doubleheader last night. Friday,
cool.
unless you have any other Thursdays.
I do not.
Friday, Chamber of Commerce at 7 a.m. at the casino. Adult pickleball at the golf course from 9 to 11:30. Farmers market. And that, if you haven't been to the farmers market, you need to go. That's amazing. They have a whole line of food. You have such a great pick of your lunch. They have great vendors, and the radio station is there. Most farmers markets.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. I have an appointment this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it, but I'm going to try because I have a 10 a.m. appointment, and the market starts at 11. So I don't know how long that appointment's going to run.
Yeah. And I'll be on a train to Seattle. So
there you go. So I'll try. I'll try to make it, but I can't make any guarantees I'll be able to make it this week.
That was fun last week. We were right next to the Spokane Public Radio.
It was. It was our sister station and our big sister station in Spokane.
Yeah.
It was. It was really neat. We had a good time.
They were cool, and one of the things I love is they also were very impressed by how many people came to the farmers market, and by the diversity of the vendors and the diversity of the food. So they were like, "Wow, this is really cool." And of course, we were all right next to the cherry splat. Okay, so I was out wandering after the cherry splat last week, and here is the word from the children.
Okay.
The word from the children is the what are they called again?
The slingshots?
The slingshots suck. So we have to give them time before the cherry spot next year to practice.
And do
like a... There were several kids who were experienced slingshotters, and they were like, "Oh, I couldn't get it. It was awful." And it wasn't just one kid. So maybe we need to have like a 5-minute slingshot something.
I know it's because I did it, and the cherries were very soft. And by the time you pulled back that slingshot, the cherry was just mush in your fingers.
So it splatted in your hand.
Yeah, it splatted. The cherry splatted in our hands, and there wasn't maybe work that slingshot out a little first. It seemed like it was really stiff.
Tight.
Yeah, it was really tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really think doing some sort of lessons beforehand would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because there were a couple boys were like, "Oh," and I was ready, and they'd been practicing. So big
it
deal.
was still a lot of fun though.
It was, boy. There's nothing as satisfying as hearing that cherry go splat on that board. That was really cool.
I was actually in the lead for quite a while in the adult group.
There's an adult group?
Yeah, there was an adult group.
Oh my
Well, 16 and over, and I was in the lead for a while, and then the last two people that went both beat me. So, but
there was an adult group.
What I ended up doing on the one shot was just letting the cherry squeeze out and then just shooting the seed.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the cherry wasn't really doing much in that. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Sharon.
So also Friday is American Legion A baseball home against North Central, and the golf course is having their charity golf tournament. This week, or Friday the 28th.
Yes.
I just don't have on here what the charity they're supporting, and they've done some really outstanding support for charities, and usually it tells us, but I don't see that it just says check-in time at 8 a.m., tea time at 9 a.m.
Oh, Ken suggested frozen cherries.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
But would they splat?
I don't know.
But they would ping great. Bong,
But
that's true.
You just better hope the kids don't start shooting at each other with frozen cherries.
Yeah, that'd be like a paintball gun.
I have heard of people doing paintball tournaments like outside when it's cold and those paintballs freeze, and they don't break.
Oh,
and they're like incredibly painful. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, Saturday the 29th at the Yale Press we have the Accidentals. Concert, 7 p.m., $20 tickets. You can get those at the Yale Press. Or if there's any room Saturday night, you could get them at the Yale Press. But they have limited seating there. They're even more limited than we are here at the radio station.
Yeah.
So, and it's just such a nice little intimate place for a concert.
And
It's
who is
fun.
it that's performing again?
It's called The Accidentals.
The Accidentals, okay.
And that would be, I used to know the name. Yeah, I'm on the spot. They don't have the people's names.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway.
And that's a local band.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, she's from Colville. I think he's from Colville or Kettle, and I'm not sure where she's from. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've heard them before, and they're quite good. Okay, then also on Saturday, the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary drive-through vaccination clinic from 9:30 a.m. to 1. And I understand that those are quite popular, and if you're not in line early, you might miss out. So you want to be there. And they're so inexpensive.
They really are.
Sometimes we talk about animals and how expensive it is to keep an animal and to take care of them. And I know we go to the veterinary clinic for our needs for our dogs, but a rabies shot is $20. That's a real reasonable.
It is.
That's really good.
Yeah, other vaccination prices are $20, $25, $20, $30. This one has 2 shots. Cats, they're all in the $20 and $30 range.
You go into the vet, you're talking $100 pop.
Exactly, because you're paying for the vaccine plus the vet expense, and this is just amazing. And there's no, you don't have to prove anything. You just bring your animal. Although, if you have medical records, if you have those available on your animal, they would like to have you bring the previous medical records. You must have your dog leashed or your cat in a carrier.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's.
And I would be willing to bet they would probably accept a few extra bucks as a donation for doing that too, because they do good. They do good work over there.
Yes, and they accept cash, credit card only, no checks.
Yep.
That's a good thing to know.
And the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary, they are a nonprofit organization that does animal rescue primarily. It seems like primarily cats. For their rescues.
Yeah, like they have 1,000 cats now or
Yeah,
something.
they have so many cats right now.
Yeah.
If you need a cat.
Yeah.
Barn cats. The barn cat program, is that run through them?
I don't know.
Okay.
That.
We should find that out, because I know I've heard about that since I've been here.
Yeah.
I know we had a cat problem in our neighborhood when we first moved in. It's getting bad again. But a whole bunch of them were trapped, and then there was this barn cat program that all these feral cats were given out to farmers to be released in their barns, and they get a nice warm place to live. They get fed, and they help keep the rodents and stuff down and keep the rodents out of the hay.
Yeah.
So if I can interrupt for just a second, we need to do a call out to the golf course. Hopefully somebody is listening, because there's no event on your Facebook page, and there's no information about what charity this is. So let us know what this is. And also, I just found out that our farmers market is ranked 5th in Washington State.
That's awesome.
Our little teeny tiny town. Oh my gosh, Chuila, my brain just exploded with your awesomeness once more.
And how many farmers markets would there be? There would be.
And we're a big state.
I think there's 5 within an hour drive of here.
Oh
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
The town is just, you're just so cool. You're all so cool.
Yeah. Okay, so also on Saturday, the Rusty Putter is having the Fool's Paradise Band from 6 to 8 p.m.
No, there's this new, they have a new amphitheater that they've put in, I believe. Is that in the back down? Where is that? Have you been up there to see that? I have not been up. I need to go up there and check this out. Apparently they put in, I don't know if they put it in or just started having performances. I know I'm guessing.
At the patio? On the patio?
Well, I'm guessing, and tell me if I'm wrong, if you go around the back side of the clubhouse, there's like a bowl where there's like a slope that goes down to the back doors down in the basement.
I don't know.
And my guess would be that people are sitting on the grass there while there's a performance happening on the concrete.
You better find out before you're starting to tell it.
I'm not saying that's where it is. I'm saying that's my guess. Let me know in the comments if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But I've always thought, because I used to work there, and I used to think, what a great place to have somebody play right here, and people can just sit up on that grass that's overlooking this little concrete area.
So Ken wants to know what the number one farmers market is.
Oh, I don't know, Ken. Let me look it up.
Okay.
I know.
While you're looking that up, we're going to go to Sunday.
I have one on Saturday here.
Oh, okay.
This is at the Mix Park in Deer Park, Washington. This is the Deer Park Summer Concert Series, which is an eight concert series throughout the summer, incorporating local youth acts as well as local music talent. It includes a vendor fair, food vendors, and a mobile laser tag.
Wow.
Which sounds like fun.
Wow.
And this is happening. One already happened on June 15th and June 22nd. Then it's also happening June 29th, July 6th, July 13th, August 10th, August 17th, and August 31st.
And that's a nice park, too.
Yeah, it is. And for more information, you can call Hazel at 509-262-4618. That's for vendor information. Oh, no, for vendor information, please call Marilee Schultz at 509-999-4691. There you go.
All right. Sunday, June 30th, Fired Up Pizza, All Ages Blues Jam at 4 p.m.
That's right.
Monday, July 1st, Adult Pickleball. Tuesday, July 2nd, we have American Legion AA Baseball at Shadle, American Legion A Baseball at Mount Spokane, and I don't have anything for next Wednesday. We'll have something, I'm sure, by then. And Thursday, Thursday.
There's first Wednesday with Ted is at the Chihuahua Library. That's with our very own Brandon Hansen.
Okay.
And then, you got the adult pickleball. And then Tech Help is back again at the library next week from 3 to 4 p.m.
Yeah. And Thursday is the 4th of July.
Oh,
so,
it is.
Can you believe that? July is here already.
Yeah, a week from tomorrow. And there are happenings all over the place. And so hopefully we will have a bunch of those to tell you about next Wednesday.
I'm still having a hard time believing it's already June.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because we had frost so late, and like with my garden, I had to replant. I finally have cucumbers coming up. I had to plant them 3 times. Anyway.
So Daniel said they used to have Roman candle fights in Brooklyn. It was painful and scorchy.
I imagine.
What was that in relation to?
Because we were talking about
the cherry
cherry
splat.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Ken, to answer your question, right now, I'm glad you asked that question. Right now, there is America's Farmers Market Celebration. This summer, the American Farmland Trust is giving away $15,000 in prizes and more to the nation's favorite farmers markets. Voting starts June 1st and runs through July 31st. So currently, our farmers market is number 5. If you go to markets.farmland.org, you can vote for our farmers market, our local farmers market. And the rankings, first one is Mount Washington Farmers Market in Mount Washington, Kentucky. Wait a minute, this is national, so let me go to Pacific Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, still scrolling. This is really cool. Okay, everybody needs to vote for Chihuahua.
Tell us again how to get there.
By state. Go to markets.farmland.org.
Markets.farmland.org.
Mm-hmm. So we could make ours number 1.
And who did you say was number 1?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Because it was national. I started reading the national.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get to Washington.
Okay.
Okay, number 1 is the Auburn Farmers Market in Auburn. Number 2 is Maple. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, I'm geeking out. Okay, number 2 is Maple Valley Farmers Market in Maple Valley. Number 3 is Arlington Farmers Market in Arlington. Number 4 is the Des Moines Waterfront Farmers Market. And number 5, Chihuahua Farmers Market. Woo, 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 woo.
So
We have 17 votes. More people need to vote because Auburn has been working this. They have 369 votes.
Wow.
So we need to get our Chihuahua selves and vote for our local farmers market because it is awesome. Again, go to markets, that's plural, .farmland, one word, .org, and search for Chihuahua. And you can vote for our wonderful farmers market and the wonderful organizers, and we will go up in rankings.
Wow. Send me that link, and we'll get it up on our Facebook page later and share it with the community and get as many people as we can to vote on that. That's really neat.
Fun. Yeah.
You know, story time during the convening. They were here for the farmers market, representatives from all around the state. Man, people were geeking out over our farm.
Geeking out.
People,
yes, they're like, "How did you get everybody here? This is crazy."
People in bigger cities were like, "Holy cow, this is better than our farmers market."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there was one individual in particular. They showed up to the first day of the convening a little grumpy. You know, little, why am I here in this podunk little town? The internet's bad, blah, blah, blah. I saw that person by the end leaving the farmer's market smiling and laughing with more plants than they could carry and bags hanging from all 10 fingers of stuff they bought at the market, just grinning from ear to ear. "Oh my God, I love your little town. This is so amazing. You guys are so wonderful.
Right?
I can't believe how much you guys do in this tiny little town. I can't wait to come back and bring all my friends and we tell my friends to come here." And it was wild.
Yeah.
Just the response we had.
Well, that was a special weekend anyway. A special week. Yeah.
It was, but it wasn't really, we didn't really do anything that we don't normally do. There was the horse unveiling ceremony.
Was it, yeah.
That was really
but
the
our
only thing
first
outside
Thursdays,
the ordinary.
It just happened to fall on that same week. That's such a fun week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and we did do the Isaac Tenasket show on Friday night, but that was a private event for the attendees only.
So amazing.
Wonderful concert, but a whole bunch of people, because it was graduation weekend, a bunch of people had already left. So we had this amazing world-class
really
viral
personal,
performer do a personal performance for like 25 people.
Yeah. There was. I'm so glad my family got to come.
Yeah. Great show.
So that is a question that comes up. The July 4th is on a Thursday. Will we be having First Thursday?
I do not believe so. I believe it's been moved to the next week. I saw a message from Tim.
Okay.
And we are going to be doing, I'm not sure what Tim is going to be doing, the artist that he has featured. I think he might be featuring the plein air events again.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's carrying on for a while. But
there's a lot of art.
Yeah.
And we at the Creative District at the Aaron Huff Memorial Center is doing, and I'm really excited about this one. If anybody knew Jim Coleman, he passed away a couple years ago. He had cancer. Just a sort of a jack of all trades guy. He was an artist, creative genius.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a retrospective, and this is Brad Schaefer and Lynn Cassidy that are pretty much leading the charge on this.
Yeah.
Doing an introspective of Jim's life with some of his creations he left behind and some of his artwork, and
nice.
It's really, really going to be a special thing. So
yeah, I'm
really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you didn't get to meet him. He passed away before you got here. Just a neat, interesting, one of a kind, unique individual. If you ever met Jim, you remember Jim.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just a great guy. He would drop what he was doing at the drop of a hat and come and help you if you needed help every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great guy.
So I want to end up with talking again about Stage Time Summer Theater School, which comes up sooner than we know, July 8th through the 13th. And the title this year is Sounds Like Mayhem, Sounds Like Fun. They're going to sing, dance, act, have stage combat, puppetry, parade flags, balloon tying. They'll just have a week of all kinds of fun, and at the end of the week on Saturday, they will present their performance on that Saturday afternoon over at the Children's Pavilion. They're having the Children's
the festival
in the park, which leads us into after those performances. We have a very special performance that Paula's going to tell us about.
Yes, Shakespeare in the Park, representing. We are doing A Midsummer Night's Dream, and we're having so much fun practicing on the stage at the park.
Nice.
And it is coming together. Melissa was over at the center working on our trees.
Nice.
And we have, I have flowers. This is going to be awesome. I was coaching the fairies yesterday on where they're allowed to roam for their fairy bubbles and twirlings and stuff. And we have our fairy wrangler. Darcia has agreed to be our fairy wrangler.
Nice. You need that. Those fairies can get out of hand.
I know, right? So, gotta have the fairy wrangler. So I'm super excited to have Darcia, and the cast. I just, oh my gosh, this show. Bob is unbelievably Bob Stevens. He is so good, and I am so pleased and delighted to be directing him because I can say, Bob, I want more, and he goes. I am having so much fun poking him because he just keeps delivering. So amazing, wonderful young people. We have Terrence, we have Cora, we have Ella, we have these are local high school students, and so they are doing phenomenal. And I had to tease Cora because she's had a busy end of school year.
Oh yeah,
and she has been understandably distracted during rehearsals until school got out. And I had to talk to her. I said, Cora, I was getting a little nervous. And the last 3 rehearsals, she has been on it. She has been in her character. She has been demonstrating. She handled a situation yesterday that I got to say, okay, everybody, what Cora just did, this is what you need to do. It was so perfect. And I was like, thank you. She's just amazing. Amy Shoemaker is our fairy Artemis that I created, and she's outstanding. Bonnie is our Titania, and she is being such a wonderful, ethereal forest fairy queen. Nice. We have our mechanicals, right? So we have Rachel. What is Rachel's last name? Christensen, who is our wonderful lion. Nice. And my expectations for Rachel as the lion were kind of different. And then I heard her roar.
Oh.
I'm like, holy shnikes. You can roar. She's amazing. And she is in the lion character, and she is like on the ground, and she's like licking her face, and she is fully in character as a lion. And I'm like, where did this happen? So cool. And then my husband Daniel is playing flute, and he is having a delightful time with that. And we have Gibson, who is our apprentice, and Gibson is playing the ultimate straight man. And he is doing such a great job because he's the only one that is a kid, and he's working with a group of adults, and that is his little group. So he's the only kid, so he's the apprentice, and he is just holding his own against these adult actors, and I'm so proud of all of them. So an amazing cast.
That's incredible.
I hope I got everybody. Oh, our Duke, our wonderful mayor, Richard Weatherman, and Olivia, the businesswoman of Athens, Georgia, Elizabeth Sitz, and her wonderful daughters are our fairies, Peas Blossom, Moat, Cobweb, and Mustard Seed. So that's Penny, Ro, and Mora.
Nice.
And then Gibson's sister, Hadley, is also one of our fairies. And she's amazing. She brings it every single time because she's always twirling. I did have to say, okay, your wand can't be upside down, sweetheart. Got to be up.
Now, did you mention Debbie?
Oh, my gosh. Debbie as Puck. Thank you. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Debbie as Puck has been amazing. She has more lines than anybody else in the show, and she is bringing it. She has such energy and such enthusiasm for the part, and she is just coming and making this play come alive. She opens the show, and she closes the show.
And is this Debbie
McConnell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And she's just.
I can see that.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Debbie's amazing.
This is going to be an amazing show. I am so excited. And yesterday we did have more people who were just came. There's people on the stage, and they just sat down and watched us. Rehearse.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's awesome. So July 13th, 4 p.m. Only a single performance. We're doing this, so make sure to come out. And it's free. It will be by donation only. So we are going to be having an intermission and passing the basket, so to speak. But we're looking forward to seeing everybody out and looking forward to making this an annual event. So Shakespeare in the Park.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the children's. What is the actual name of the event? The children's
Stage time.
Summer
school. Summer camp.
No, I mean the event on the 13th.
There's a children's festival.
Yeah, the children's festival. Is it just the Children's Art Festival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Children's Arts Festival.
Yeah.
We were invited to come. My wife and I were invited to come and do a thing at that, and it's going to be it's kind of exciting because it's sort of a revival of the Chihuahua makers that kind of didn't make it through COVID that we were doing.
Oh.
Not the maker space, but before the maker space, we started Chihuahua Makers, and it's just kind of gone by the wayside. But our Facebook page keeps growing and growing and growing, and we have like 800 followers on our Facebook page now, Chihuahua Makers. So we figured, why not kind of give it a little, wake it up a little bit, just poke it a little, see if it stirs.
My granddaughter, and they always have good programs on that festival.
Yeah,
children's festival.
So in the past, we've done, we filled a swimming pool with 500 pounds of cornstarch, and we've done giant oversized slingshots with water balloons to play like real life Angry Birds. We've exploded watermelons with rubber bands. We don't go small for these things. And we finally last night, Leslie's been on us. What do you guys can do? What do you guys can do? And we finally figured it out last night.
Ooh.
And
are you going to tell us?
Should I tell you? We haven't even told Leslie yet.
Oh, then you better not.
Let's talk to Leslie first.
And then, to make sure it's okay.
Yep. We're gonna. I'll tease the name though. We're gonna call it the String Fling.
Uh-huh.
If that's there's gonna be a lot of string and a lot of ribbons and some flinging. And we are late for our show.
We are, and I have an appointment.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We are past our time. Really quick here before we go. I'm trying to open it up. You can join us tonight right here from 6 to 8 p.m. for Music for the Mountain, 8 to 10 p.m. with Dirt Road Blues with our very own Dirt Road Doug McQuain live in the studio. Then from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. we have Planetary Radio, Sea Change Radio, Echo Shock Total, and Earth Date. So I want to thank you so much for listening to the KCHW Morning Show and sticking with us a little bit late here into your work day. That'll do us for today. Join us tomorrow. It'll be myself and Scott. And Friday, if I didn't talk about it earlier enough, it is going to be Scott's last Friday morning show on the air with us. He's still going to be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays for the time being with Val. He's over in Maine and just doing Maine things, being a Maynard, and needs those Fridays to do his own thing over there. So he is phasing out his Fridays. We're going to be joining him. Not only is it Scott's last Friday on the air, we're going to have Joe Wilzinski come in and join us for the whole morning show.
Oh, good.
He is going to be. He's made it public. He's got cancer and he's having a surgery to hopefully remove that cancer early next month. So everything looks good. He should be okay. Good. But as soon as he recovers from that, he's off to Belize.
Yeah.
So this will be our last chance to get Joe on the air. Scott and Joe, longtime friends. I think of Joe as my second dad. So at least he's played my dad in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday, don't miss it. It's going to be myself, Joe, and Scott for Scott's last Friday morning show and sort of a send-off for Joe before he goes off to Belize.
Man, I'd say he still has to operate from Belize. And he can teletransport or however you call it.
He can totally zoom in.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my invitation, Dad.
Right.
Pay for my plane tickets as a dad does, you know.
Yeah.
Dad, I want to come see you. I want to come, but I don't have money for a plane ticket. All right, everybody. That'll do it. You guys, any parting words from you guys?
Nope. Thank you, Chihuahua. You're awesome.
All right, we got to get out of here. So thank you so much for listening to KCHW 102.7, your Northern Lights Public Radio.
It's 9:10.
Your KCH